Welcome to another episode of the Adrienne Ross Show, where sports and culture connect. I hope you got a chance to see it. I'm talking about the interview Kelsey Mitchell gave to Sue Bird on her podcast called Bird's Eye View. Get it? I see what you did there, Sue. I like it. It was a really good interview. It was more than an hour. So if you haven't seen it, I encourage you to see the whole thing because I'm not going to cover the whole thing. I'm just going to zone into a part of this and I'm going to play a portion of it and I'll stop along the way. So don't get mad at me. I'm telling you now, I'm going to be stopping along the way and sharing my thoughts. I have to say this about Sue Bird. I've seen a couple of her podcasts. I saw the one with Kelsey Mitchell. I saw the one with Caitlin Clark, and I may have seen another one. She asks really good questions. She listens, and she sort of has created the kind of environment I feel where people are comfortable speaking with her. I said about Caitlin's interview with her that I felt like that was Caitlin's most transparent that I had ever seen her in an interview. And with Kelsey, she's just always extremely reflective, insightful. I've said that a lot as well. You feel like you're not just getting these pat answers from her, like she's really thinking and coming from her heart. So good job, Sue Bird. So let's look at this portion that I want to talk about. And again, I encourage you to watch the whole thing. As you're watching this video, thumbs it up, thumbs it up. That seems like poor grammar, but I don't know. Thumbs it up. Give it a thumbs up if you like it. Also subscribe to the channel if you haven't done so yet, if it suits your fancy. So let's go over to Sue Bird's YouTube page and get going.
For sure. So wait, when you think about like your team in the last couple of years, right? We'll say the obvious. Caitlin joins the team, a lot more eyeballs, a lot more scrutiny, a lot of conversation about like what it's like for you guys in your locker room. So what do you think, or do you feel like people sometimes just like overlook your leadership specifically and your impact on the team from like a chemistry standpoint? Because there's just so many narratives. So like, do you think people are overlooking that?
I think that in a short, yeah. I think naturally, yes, because of the society, the social media, and how bad, people take to social media and abuse it for in the wrong realm of light. And so I think that's one part of it. But I also think that it was an adjustment period. And I talked to, the FIFA organization about this. It's like, I think it was an adjustment period that, we all should have adjusted to throughout the course of the organization. I think that, that was big for everybody. Pacers Entertainment, people organization. I felt like at that time, there was a lot of, role playing that had to be, situated. I feel like, when something that big or someone that big who has that much impact comes into something, there are a lot of adjustments that people have to make. On the floor, off the floor, in the locker room, in the training room. Just a lot of stuff is a lot of moving parts. And I think the biggest...
I had to stop right here because this is a part of the Caitlin Clark effect. And some people can be listening to this and they're like, what do you mean you talk to the organization about Caitlin? The Caitlin Clark effect is real. And the WNBA had never seen anyone with that kind of pull. And yeah, there are a lot of moving parts and there's a lot of adjustments that have to take place. Do you remember Caitlin's rookie season when Lynn Dunn and Christy Side said, we really weren't prepared for this. And we were on the outside looking in and saying, did you not watch in college? Did you not understand the kind of attention, the kind of pull, the kind of draw Caitlin Clark had? But understand from historically, people didn't really follow players into the WNBA from college. They really didn't. Like, this was huge that Caitlin brought this fan base. And you have to understand where Kelsey Mitchell is coming from, because she was the one who had to carry the team. And now it's like, okay, how do we adjust this role? And so for her to have that conversation with the organization, is a huge sign of leadership, being able to say, okay, how's this thing going to work? How's this thing going to play off? It's not a sign of weakness. It's just a sign of being human and a professional, and also being under the Caitlin Clark effect, which they had never experienced before. So
the biggest part that I respected about Caitlin is that she never was bigger than the program. I don't know if that makes sense, but like, it wasn't like she wasn't trying to take over. It wasn't, I don't know how to explain that. You know what I'm trying to say though?
Yeah, no, I know what you're trying to say. It's like, she knows who she is.
And I know what she's trying to say as well. And that is a testament to Caitlin. As big as she was, with all the following she had, she didn't bust up in there like, I'm here to take over. No, this was her dream, to come to play with these women. Caitlin had the WNBA on a pedestal, and she was excited about being in the WNBA. That's the thing I feel that some of these players who were jealous, and some who are jealous, as Lexi Hull explained in her Glamour magazine interview, and I just did a video about the jealousy there, and even Diana Taurasi and some of the comments that she had made about Caitlin, and she's gonna, they've been playing with little kids basically, right? And now they're gonna come up against some grown women, even though there's some truth to that. Of course, there are adjustments to be made, but the manner in which she said it suggested a certain type of jealousy, and it was almost as if Caitlin was trying to come in there and be all that. Caitlin just knew that her talent was ready to be on that next level, and she just wanted to come and compete. She wasn't coming in there trying to take over. So when you had your Dejanay Carringtons and your Asia Wilsons and some of these people saying the comments that they were saying, they didn't understand the heart of Caitlin. And this is what Kelsey is trying to say. She didn't bust up in there thinking that she was bigger than the program. No one person is bigger than a whole program, but real people of character and competitors understand their place within the program, and they love the program, which is why they wanted to be there in the first place. What a great testament, again, to the character Caitlin has, and to Kelsey for recognizing that in Caitlin.
Yeah, no, I know what you're trying to say. It's like, she knows who she is. She comes in. She's going to obviously do her part, because that's what being a professional athlete is. But with the understanding of fitting into a team, making sure we fit, making sure we have chemistry. So it's never bigger than like the group
it's like
itself.
She wasn't trying to be bigger than everybody. Like within our locker room, she wasn't trying to be bigger than anyone else. And I think the way that her style of play, it ended up complimenting me, ended up complimenting AB. And so like, the one thing I love about Caitlin too is that we all love basketball the same way. We all have our different styles of way of playing it, but the passion for it with Caitlin, when she didn't play compared to when she did play, remained the same. And like, I respected that about her, because it could have easily not been that way. You have people that come in and not want to do or buy in once it's not, or once it don't go their way, or once unfortunate things happen and you can't play and injury happens and you're not getting your body the way you want to. And so I can respect the fact that she kept the program, and she didn't let her passion for it waver, because she ended up pouring in more than she thought. And it was dope, because she could have easily not been that person.
And this is what I was saying in a previous video also. I have more respect for Caitlin this 2025 season than I had with her playing that full 2024 season. And understand, she broke 62 records in her rookie season. Okay. But man, when you love the game, for you to keep showing up and being there for your team and pouring in, like Kelsey said, being that same person, her passion did not waver. She was every bit as passionate cheering on her teammates as she was with the ball in her hand. And that too is about character. It's about maturity. It's about discipline. It's not easy. So for Kelsey, again, to recognize that shows you that how you are matters to the people around you. Once again, I got to go there, because this is where sports and culture connect, and sports are a microcosm of society. And we need more people in society who have that kind of servant's heart to love on other people and to cheer on other people when it's not about you doing the thing that you love to do most. You just love people regardless. And that's one way you get back to the game. I'm getting all waxing, all philosophical. But, you know, that's who I am. And Kelsey kind of brings that out in me, I guess.
Right. Yeah, I hear you. Yeah, I would build on what I was saying and add from what I'm hearing from you is like, she was like that way in the locker room too.
Yes.
Yeah.
Like it was like she wasn't trying to like, you know, you could easily be a certain way, and her thing was just like giving her best. Like she gave us like her best when she was in the locker room.
I'm going to leave it right there, but that's not the end of her talking about Caitlin. She talks about what it was like to realize I'm playing with Caitlin the way I like to play, and AB also, let's go, let's do this. And it's a whole different ball game when Caitlin Clark is on the floor. So link is in the description of this video. It's some good stuff. It's worth every minute of the interview. All right. Once again, give it a thumbs up or thumbs it up if you would. And also subscribe to the channel. And remember the second channel, Adrienne Ross Squared, where I square off from A to Z. Any topic, everything is on the table. You might agree, you might disagree, but hey, my view, my voice. I will catch you next time, God willing. God bless you abundantly.